So Mehron Stage Blood is one of a couple of brands of stage blood that I use in short film, and I'd consider it one of the couple of higher quality brands like Ben Nye. It looks and flows pretty realistically. It's not as expensive as some other brands, but it's not as cheap as like Halloween store types of blood either. It is safe to use in and around your mouth. It looks really, really good. And it's typically one that I will grab for face wounds, things like that, where I don't need a ton of stage blood, but I want them to look a little bit more gnarly. Really the best way that I can show you this and have you compare, see if you like the look of it, is to just apply some to myself real quick so you can see what it is doing and how it works. You can see how it's kind of a little bit of a goopier blood. Kind of see what we're doing. You can see that that's a fairly dark looking stage blood here. And you can see once it's on, it does stick pretty well. It runs a little bit, but it's not a super runny stage blood, so it is really good for these kinds of fake cuts and wounds. It is definitely a very sticky stage blood, as you can see, but it is quite good. Let's go ahead and do just a kind of a run test where I put a nice glob on my hand, and you can kind of see how it works, if it runs, if it doesn't. There's a pretty decent glob on my hand, so we can now see. And it really doesn't actually run a whole ton. I remembered it running a lot more than this, but it actually sticks pretty well. So it is a more, a little bit of a thicker consistency versus something like the Ben Nye stage blood that I've also got right here. So it also wouldn't be as good for like if you having your actors spit blood or something like that. As far as the actual taste of this goes, it's sweet. This is a very sweet, I like it actually, I like the taste much more than the Ben Nye that is a very minty flavor. This one is just a nice sweet kind of flavor. It basically tastes like corn syrup, which is what it is. So if you had to choose between one or the other to just like have dripping around the mouth, I would probably go for the Mehron. If you need something that's really going to be very liquidy and run, then the Ben Nye. But I quite like the Mehron stage blood, and it's probably my top go-to. I really kind of go between, depending on exactly what I want it for, between the Ben Nye and the Mehron. But I definitely don't think you can go wrong with the Mehron. There are a couple of varieties. I have the dark Venous, which is obviously the darker. There is a lighter arterial version for, you know, the big arteries, or if you want the blood to be just a little bit of a lighter color.